Retro Games and Collectors, and welcome to a pickups video. Just before I show you the world's sexiest console ever made in the human civilization ever, I will show you what I got from Car Boot today. Now, today it's been raining on and off, so I only managed to pick up one game. I also got a Flatjack as well. I did see a Resident Evil Chronicle X, but the disc had two big scratched circles, and I know the guy does house clearance. I know he charges like £2 a game, and I'm not paying £2 for a scratch up this disc like that. So I got this one from a different seller. He wanted £2, but I knocked into £1.50, and disc is nearly mint. And I used to have it back in the day, and it's Outrun 2006, Coast to Coast. Now I know this game came out 2 years after Outrun 2. Which I also have on the original Xbox, and it's complete. So I'm happy to have this back in my collection. I remember playing quite a bit of, get my words out. I remember playing quite a bit of this back in the day when I had the PS2, and back then I had a big fat PS2. And my next one up, which is, this was worth picking up. This was at Set Gemmas. I caught Set Gemmas, which is the one which is a few miles away. There is a Set Gemmas local, which is their games are very cheap, but the one which is a few miles away, I class it the eBay shop, eBay charity shop. She normally prices everything at eBay prices, at the lowest end, but some of these games, I know these are priced under what they go for. And there were some others which are just about, you can more or less get for the same price on eBay. But this one, I know it goes more than what I paid, £2.99. I know it goes about, well, last time I looked, it was going for about £6–7. But the disc is nearly mint on this one, and it is SVC Chaos SNK versus Capcom on the original Xbox, and at £2.99. So I was happy to have this. It's all complete. And it's the first game I ever bought from that charity shops, because the other Set Gemmas Hospice, which is local, they only charge like 30p a game, or 4 for £1. But for some reason, the one in a few miles away charges eBay prices. I don't see many people buying stuff either. So that's what I got in the world, just those two, nothing much. And my next one up, which is a Sega Master System game. And I saw Steve picked this up. Well, not picked this up, sorry. Saw it in his Master System collection video. And he'll tell him if you want it to get it now, because the price of the game is going up. So, and I've decided, since it was my birthday I think my birthday was a few days after his video, he uploaded it. And I thought I'm going to treat myself and put some of my birthday money and buy the game. And it is Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. Now this was a best offer. He wanted $16.75 and I offered him $13.50 and he took it. And it's complete. It's complete with manual and stuff. But also, now I don't have one of these in any other. It came with one of these, which I'll just open it. It came with one of them as well. I don't have one of these. I do have one on the other type, but this is slightly different. Oops, dropping it. And there you go, all the Master System games. Now I do have a poster, Master System poster, but it's different, slightly different to this one. Yeah, so I was happy to have that. And I know I've seen these go on auction. They tend to go near to what they tend to go near to what you can get them on the buy it now price, and the cart's all in really nice condition. I've already cleaned the pins, even though the pins were fairly clean actually. And that's one thing I find the Master System and Mega Drive, when I open them, the pins are fairly clean, just a little bit dirty. But with NES games, I know the NES games what I bought, they tend to be a lot more dirtier for some reason. So I think people who have Master System games tend to look after their carts better. So yeah, Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, highly recommend it before it gets very pricey. There's a little bit of crease there, but yeah, I was happy to have that. And I do have a Master System, another Master System game coming next week as well. And I know I only paid $3.99, no manual, and I know a loose cap normally goes for $3.99 as well. But I managed to get it boxed just without the manual. So anyway, I'll show you that in my next pickup video. Now onto the world's sexiest console ever made. Now, and I've already had it apart. Oh no, what you can guess what it is. No, it's not the Atari ST. It is the Atari 2600. And it's the wooden version, it's not the heavy sixer. Now, there are people on eBay claiming it's a heavy sixer. And if it doesn't say, like, made in California at the bottom, it's not a true heavy sixer. This one's not a heavy sixer. This is made in, is it Taiwan? Or, no, it's made in Hong Kong. Yeah, mine's made in Hong Kong. And there's a little bit of damage there. But, to be honest with you, it's in good shape overall. It's in really nice shape. There's one note I want to make. This doesn't tune in, not properly into this TV behind, but it does work on an old CRT. I have tried manual tuning. It's just at the edges on both is a little bit jagged. It doesn't affect gameplay. I have played a few hours on this, playing like my other games, what I'm going to be showing you. So it didn't affect me too much. But on the CRT, it plays perfectly. So I know it's not the console. And I know, also I forgot to mention, the heavy sixes as well have a thicker sides as well. And thicker, and it weighs a lot heavier. I know a common fault with these wooden, like Atari 2600s, well, I'd say more or less all of them, is if the RF cable can get a fault. So if there's something wrong with it inside, you get a crappy signal. I have swapped it out, see if that made any difference on the HD TV, which has, because this has an analog tuner as well, and I do have my Master System 2 hooked up to it, and my my NES isn't hooked up by RF, but my Master System 2 is, and that one's fine. Master System 2 is fine with the RF, but then again, that's a newer console to this. This is like 70s technology, and that's like 80s. So yeah, I was happy to have that. And also, it's very easy to get an RF, open this up and put it in. It's very easy to swap them out. So there you go, look at that. Look at that, sexy. Now I do want a Junior, because that's the one I played on. So, and I know you can pick up just the unit itself for 20 quid. I've seen them for 20 quid, including postage. But yeah, so I will be getting a Junior. So yeah, I need to get hold of an old portable CRT TV, because I would like to play light gun games as well from the Master System, and hook up the Master System 2 up to the CRT as well as the Atari 2600. So that's that new system. Now that's showing you the games. Two of them are boxed and complete with manuals, and one of them has a lot of sentimental value to me. But I'm going to show you the loose one first. Now this game, if you own an Atari 2600, every Atari 2600 game should own it. And this game is not, to get this box it is very hard, especially the sequel's even harder to get it even loose. But the game in question, and it's a great classic for the Atari 2600, it's Pitfall from Activision. And there's also one other thing, unlike the NES and the Mega Drive and Master System, you can like take it apart. You can't take this apart to clean them. So I use that alcohol free. I've got a 99.9% alcohol free thing, which I know some of you use that on your Mega Drive carts. I prefer the rubber type where I take it apart, use the rubber, rub the pins, and also I use a light brush it off. That's the way I've always been taught. So yeah, so I have to use that liquid thing which some of you use on the Mega Drive. But since I have to use it that way, I will not put this cart in for at least 24 hours. I won't put it in straight away, even though I do dry it out straight away. So yeah, that's that one, Pitfall. And I won that in the auction. I paid exactly £6. And I'm sure I've seen it on a bike now before in the past, but I'm sure they were asking like £12, paid double. Now my next game, I will show you, and it's another. Now you remember I picked up Spider-Man, which is a Parker game. Well, I've got another Parker game, and I can't pronounce it. And this is complete. And it is, was it Amadi? And this is all complete. And now these Parker games, the boxes are a lot thicker. There's a little bit of dip. Look at that, eh? And this is like, if I remember right, the idea of the game is you go around and you like colour those squares. I'm sure, if I remember right, I think is it Zoom on the Mega Drive, where you do like, where you have to colour the blocks, and you have to watch out for these enemies as well where you're doing it. Yep, it's getting a bit dark, and I'll show you. Just before I show you the manual, there's the cart. And I'll show you the manual. Manual's quite thick actually. Manual's there. And look at that, eh? Coloured manual. It's got some cracking. This is absolutely brilliant. Now I do remember playing this at a friend's house. But yeah. You don't get this on the Xbox One games or the PlayStation 4. You don't get, or even the Wii U games. I don't think you get manuals on Wii U. There you go. So cracking, eh? So I'm really happy to have this. I was the only bidder. This, I have seen it on a buy it now, and they're normally about £10 complete box. I only paid exactly £3.99. I was the only bidder. So I was happy to have that box and complete. So really happy. Look at that, eh? Ooh. Now my next one up, which this means a lot to me. It's complete, and it's an Activision game as well for the Atari 2600. Now I used to have it, and I did buy it from Asda in Crossgates. Now for you who live in Leeds, you'll know where Crossgates is. And I bought, and I paid £5 back in the day, but as I was stupid as a kid, I ended up taking the cart and ripping up the box and the manual and destroyed them. But I'm glad to have this back in the Atari 2600, and it's complete with manual. The cart's got a different label because the one I had the Activision with a screenshot. And now there's one thing I know the Activision games use like a cheap glue. That's where you see like little splodges or stuff, a little bit of lift at manual. But this one ain't too bad, there's a little bit of lift. But I can always put some strong glue to glue it back down. And the game in question, and also I don't think, I can't remember if I've done a gameplay of this or not, but the game in question is Frostbite. I got this, and this is boxed and complete, and the box is in decent condition as well. There's only a little bit damage, oh there it is there, but overall the box manual is in really nice condition. And I paid about £11.50 for this as well. Over twice as much when I got it all them years back. But yeah, I'm really happy I have Frostbite. And I need to see if if the NES case protector would fit. I wonder if the NES case protector will fit this. I'll just show you the. That's the thing. As you see, it's black. The one I had a screenshot like this, and it was blue with the screenshot with Frostbite on it. But I know later in the Terra Life they changed to like plain white or plain black. But the label was in very good condition, and I didn't have to clean that because the pins were spotless. I couldn't even see a mark on the pins. So yeah, they were nice and shiny. So whoever had this probably didn't hardly play it. But yeah, and it's an absolutely brilliant game. All Activision games on the 2600, on the Atari 2600 are really good. I like now Activision, unlike now Activision has gone down a bit with their rubbish Call of Duty. And there's the manual, a little bit of crease in the middle. Nothing like the Parker manuals. The Parker manuals a lot thicker and colourful. But yeah, these are all. So I'm really, really happy to have this back in my collection. I'll sort that out later. So that's it. And there might be a pickups video next week. It depends. I do have a Mass System game coming, and I'm keeping an eye out on another one as well. And I'm also looking at Atari 2600 games as well. So that's all I've got to say. And also, I'm thinking about changing my YouTube name. You're probably laughing your ass off. I was thinking of calling myself, putting in my sexy thing back in, but I was thinking, so I'm missing that intro when I used to have Right Said Fred, sexy and all that stuff. I was thinking calling myself sexy retro gamer, but I was planning on putting some underneath it as well, because people tend to put pickups, whatever they're doing. I rather put underneath it, bringing sexiness to retro gaming, something like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and don't forget, you're never too old to game. Keep on pumping those muscles. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.